Dear students, I welcome you to this video. This video is to help you to get good marks in university examinations. Today, I would like to discuss the paper Assessment for Learning. Assessment for learning has got 5 units. Unit 1 is basics of assessment. Unit 2 is assessment for learning in classroom. Unit 3 tools and techniques for classroom assessment and issues. Unit 4 assessment practices in inclusive school. Unit 5 prevalent practices of assessment and reporting of quantitative data. These are all the 5 units. And unit 1, let us see units one by one. Unit 1, that is basics of assessment. In basics of assessment, measurement, assessment, evaluation. Normally, they will ask the difference between assessment and evaluation. You keep in your mind that measurement is a scale. For example, 10 meters, 500 liters, like that. That is measurement, collection of data. Then assessment based on the measures, we are giving a judgment or interpretation, that is known as assessment. Then what is evaluation? Evaluation is a broader one. It includes value, judgment and action. So measurement is a small cycle, assessment is a bigger cycle than measurement, and as evaluation is comprehension of all these two, measurement and assessment. And what is formative and summative assessment? Formative assessment is assessing your performance in your formative stages. For example, in schools, quarterly examinations, half-yearly examinations are known as formative assessment because after assessing, they will give feedback how you have to improve. This is formative assessment. It has been done in formative stages. And what is summative assessment? Annual examination is a summative assessment that will give only grade and percentage of marks. That is summative assessment. Then unit 2 is assessment for learning in classroom. Assessment for learning in classroom, continuous and comprehensive evaluation, projects. We do projects, seminars, assignments, portfolios. Then how do you prepare your portfolio? Your portfolio will comprise of your educational and skills that you have acquired, and this is for helping you to get a job. Then grading system and self and peer assessment. Do you assess yourself? That is self-assessment. Then peer assessment, your classmates or your friends assessing your performance. That is known as peer assessment. And unit three is tools and techniques for classroom assessment and issues. Then tools and techniques for classroom assessment. There are many tools. Observation technique, teacher can observe students' performance. Self-reporting technique, anecdotal records. Anecdotal records means history of student, his parents and his locality and how he has performed in various occasions. That is anecdotal records. Then checklist, that is rating scale. Checklist, I will give an example. Checklist, if I ask whether you have a washing machine at your home, if you say yes or no, that is checklist. Whether you are having or not, that is checklist. Then rating scale, then assessing the rating scale. Rate the degree to which you are using it. For example, the same question is repeated in this way. How many times do you use washing machine per day? That means you can say 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times. So it gives degree of usage of washing machine. That is known as rating scale. Then assessment for affective domain. Affective domain, that the above tests and above tools were for assessing our intellectual performance. Then assessment of affective domain, like our attitudes, motivation, interest. For this we have attitude scale, motivation scale, then interest inventory, so through which we can assess our affective domain. Then reforms in assessment. Nowadays people are talking about open book examination and online examinations. Very often we are seeing online examinations after COVID. Then unit 4 is assessment practices in inclusive school. Then unit 4 achievement test. What is we are constructing achievement test? Before constructing achievement test, the portion that we have covered, we are identifying the teaching points. We are writing blueprint for that. Blueprint means three dimensional views of a question. Three dimensional view. One is objectivized dimension, that is the type of questions that we are asking, that objective wise, content wise, and question type. That objectives, that normally the cognitive stages are known as objective wise weightage, that is cognitive domain, knowledge, comprehension, application, skill. So in these steps, how many questions we have asked, and the questions that we have asked cater to knowledge or understanding or application or skill. Then we will prepare a table, and we should have a equal distribution in this. Likewise, question type, objective questions, short answer type, essay type questions. In these also, whether we have given equal weightage, and content, whether all the content have been equally given importance or not. So this, based on this blueprint, we will prepare an achievement test. Here, diagnostic test. What is diagnosis? Diagnosis, a doctor will diagnose your problem. That means in assessment, a teacher will diagnose the problem of students. You are giving 50 questions to your students, and you will see its analysis, and you can find out the top 27% and bottom 27%. Suppose for a question both top level students and bottom level students have not answered well, means that you have to diagnose why the problem occurs. That is known as diagnostic test. Diagnostic test followed by feedback. So then, after preparing achievement test, we will have scoring key and marking scheme. Scoring key for objective questions, and what is the correct answer, how much mark you have given. Then marking scheme for essay type questions, how many points do you expect for each point, how you have given mark, equal weightage. For example, I expect 5 points in an essay type question. Then if suppose it is a 10 mark question, and for all these 5 units each I will give 2 marks, that is marking scheme. Then question wise analysis will do. Qualities of a good test. Qualities of a good test. Normally, qualities of good test: objectivity, reliability, feasibility. Then fairness in assessment. After conducting test, we are evaluating the paper. Do we evaluate fairly? And that is fairness in assessment. Assessing the disabled and the performance outcome of diverse learners. This is a tough task. How do we assess the disabled people? What kind of assessment techniques do we follow for the disabled? That has been given in this unit. Then unit 5 is prevalent practices of assessment and reporting of quantitative data. In this, we are seeing drawbacks of present assessment system. It is an open-ended question where whatever the views you have, if you have a critical analysis, you can present all your views in this question. Then assessment for better learning. This is also open-ended. Sky is the limit. You can write any views that you have on this assessment, on the present assessment system. Student portfolio. Actually, I have already told you, student portfolio is nothing but your educational qualifications, skills you have acquired, then other hobby or other things. Then you will prepare a portfolio. Then you will upload in your blog. You will upload in your blog, or even in Instagram you can upload. Then suppose a company is asking for your profile, you can send your portfolio. You can tag your portfolio of Instagram or blog to that company. The company will see how you have performed, what are the skills you are having, and what are your interests, what are your pastime, that is your hobby. So it is student portfolio. Reflective journal. Actually, people have misconstrued reflective journal. Reflective journal is after your class teacher, that is be a teacher educator, taking class, then how do you reflect on that? For example, if I am handling a psychology paper for you, Skinner's operant conditioning. So after I teach, then I give some examples that then after that you go and reflect what was taught today, And what is our opinion on this? This is known as reflective. So for each and every lesson, you have to write your reflective thoughts. After listening, what do you think? What do you reflect on it? That is reflective journal. Then the measures of central tendency, normally mean, median, mode, or measures of central tendency, measures of dispersion, range, quartile deviation, and standard deviation, measures of correlation, rank order correlation, product moment correlation. So these are all about the units of assessment for learning, 5 units. I hope you will have a good reflection or good recollection of all these 5 units before entering into your examination hall. After having studied all these things, it is just to help you recollect what you have studied. It will help you to bring forth your own ideas, critical analysis, etc. etc. I hope you will do your exam in a better way. My best wishes to you always. Keep watching. I will meet again on another paper. Till then, it is bye from Professor Ramakrishnan.